Hello everyone and welcome back to the finals on our channel. Today I will be sharing insights from the Season 3 pre-launch event where content creators were invited to play the game 2 days before its release. Season 3 introduces 16th century Japan theme with the amazing Kyoto map. There are new character customizations, close combat weapons and the new gadgets for the light class. In this video I will cover the key changes to the game, including new weapons, new map and the new game mode, and my experience from the event. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's dive into the specifics. The new map is absolutely beautiful. It represents 16th century Kyoto with a great visual fidelity and aesthetics. The map is very vertical with many hill areas and a lot of traditional Japanese buildings, some of which have paper walls that can be shot through. The map features some movement platforms and hanging areas, but the most interesting one is the central tall building that serves as a great vantage point to see the entire map. It will definitely be a choke point to control the map. Many buildings also have a lot of small rooms and areas to hide inside, so there's many opportunity to use close-range combat. It's not as open as the Seas Horizons in the previous season, but it's quite complete opposite. However, there are still many areas to explore, and the some cash-out points appears outside, not in the buildings. The light class gets a bow, which I think sits somewhere between a sniper rifle and the throwing knives. Visually the bow looks awesome and the shooting feels very genuine. The damage of the bow depends on the draw time. A fully drawn bow can one-shot a light class in the head, while other classes require more arrows. The distance and accuracy are very good, with the less aim jumping around compared to the sniper rifle. However, the draw time is not instant. Since it's still a projectile weapon, you'll need to pre-shoot a bit for long ranges, similar to how the KS-23 shotgun works for the heavy class. I think the bow is a good alternative to those who like sniping, because there is no delay for the quickscope behavior, because you can shoot a semi-draw arrow at the short range. Another benefit of the bow is that you can have a great visibility while walking around with a fully drawn bow, so it's a viable alternative to sniping. Another addition to the light class is the thermal bow weapon. It doesn't do any damage to enemies, but shoots explosive projectiles for breaching. I'm not sure how effective it will be in the real games, but it's worth exploring. We played on pre-release version, so there was some interesting behavior for the old weapons. For example, the light class LH1 had no recoil and some weapons got a faster fire rate. We'll see how it behaves in the release. At least the extra damage from the sword through the emote cancellation has been fixed, which is a good thing. The medium class gets 2 katanas for the close-range combat, which is probably the most questionable weapon. The concept sounds great on the paper. You can swipe and destroy anyone close to you, and you can block and reflect incoming damage using the katanas. However, you are not fully protected like when you're using a shield, and you still receive 50% of the damage. Deflecting damage only works effectively at the close range. The reflected bullets damage your opponent, but you need to be within the swinging range of the katanas, and the accuracy cone is about 30%. This makes reflecting damage difficult, especially if a light class is dashing around. The biggest drawback of the katanas for the medium class is that you have nothing at all to close the gap within your opponent. You cannot roll or throw katanas to get closer. While this may not be an issue when facing heavy class, as you can run faster than them and can walk towards them while blocking damage, it becomes very obvious when facing a light class. The light class can easily dash around you while you're trying to block the damage, but you cannot do anything to close the distance and damage the light class. At least with a shield you can chase the light class indefinitely without taking any damage, but the katanas only reduce damage by 50%, so you always lose to the light class and have no way to counteract. I see this as the biggest drawback for the mediums and katanas. I'm quite interested to find the best way to use katanas and the right scenarios, because right now it's only for the close combat. It definitely has its spot in the power platform mode, where you can sit on the platform healing others, and katanas will be quite effective to deflect anyone who challenges the platform. But outside this mode, katana's effectiveness is a big question mark. The heavy class is probably the biggest winner. Not only it gets a spear that allows for 360-degree damage around the heavy, with the heavy attack and directional damage in front, replacing the hammer with the more area damage control, but it also gets a very strong new specialization called Winch Claw, which is definitely overpowered. The winch claw works by throwing a massive hook that grabs everything, immobilizes it, and moves it to the melee distance for the heavy to instantly destroy with a spear, hammer or shotgun. This hook specialization can even grab cash boxes and move cash out stations to a different location. The hook has an amazing range of 20 meters, making it very overpowerful, and it recharges very fast. Previously, the heavy was indestructible at the close range with the flamethrower or SA-12-16 shotgun, but lacked a range damage. Now, this is no longer an issue. The heavy can pull anything to himself and wipe out it immediately.
Oh my god.
Just imagine a situation when the opponent team is barricading around a cash-out station, and then you as a heavy class simply gets within 20 meters and pull their cash-out box to yourself, or pull opponent team one by one and destroy them with the SA-12-16 shotgun. This combo becomes my favorite now. There are also minor changes to the weapon. The Lewis gun pattern changed slightly, but let's wait for the release to see all changes together. The Battle Pass now has 106 levels, and you can only purchase the first 96. The other needs to be earned. The skins and customization are quite awesome, all in Japanese and flower styles. We even have an overpowered Power Ranger and kimonos. As for the changes for the ranking mode, which definitely caused some buzz in the community, Season 3 introduced a World Tour mode, which is a replacement for the old ranking systems. The World Tour event is a 2-week cash-out tournament with a predetermined location, starting with the Kyoto and Seoul in the first week. You play 3 knockout rounds to win and rank up to earn virtual currency. After 2 weeks, the location changed to the different maps. The new ranking system has become more competitive and challenging. In Season 3, you play Terminal Attack only as the ranking mode. In this mode, you have 1 life and no healing abilities, and it's definitely more challenging than before. However, I understand the reason for this change: to separate the more competitive players from casual ones and give everyone a place to play that meets their needs. So let's see how this change will be received by the community. And I wonder if they fix the glitch that allows you to leave the game and rejoin the ranked game with all gadgets, including the healing one. These were the key highlights from our 3 hours experience playing the pre-release version. My personal impression that Japan theme is definitely awesome. And I like the World Tour concept because it brings more interest to casual play rather than just ordinary grind for quick mode without any additional rewards. At least now you can jump in the World Tour, complete your contracts, and try to play for a win to get VR and the new ranking without being penalized. I personally think that there needs to be some changes to the medium katanas to allow this class to counteract light class. Let's also keep an eye to the heavy hook to see if it gets nerfed, because its synergy with the flamethrower or SL-1260 shotgun is very overpowered. Many weapons had changes to their recoil patterns, fire rate, and amount of charged abilities. I won't cover any specifics here, as we need to wait for the final patch notes, since we played a slightly different version than what will be released in Season 3. I will do a deep comparison of all weapons once the Season 3 lands. And that's it for today. Special thanks to my colleagues who played with me during this event, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the arena in Season 3. Until next time, bye!